So I get a lot of messages and queries in my Telegram group and the comment section of videos that what we should do to get an AI/ML job in the market as a fresher. Okay, so now this is a very broad question, right? And many of the students and or the learners are from tier 3 colleges or tier 2 colleges, and they actually want to know that what should be the priority and what they should do, because of course everyone wants to optimize the time and they don't want to make any mistake or something like that. So generally I say in my videos or in the messages that only skills matter. Okay, but now many students might not have understood this thing, that when I say only skills matter, it doesn't mean that you don't need to do other things. Okay, one of the messages I got is that, sir, if you say that only skills matter, then should I stop preparing for gate or something like that? So it doesn't mean that. Okay, so today in this video, that's why I am recording this video, that in this video I'm going to tell you that what factors affect the hiring in AI/ML, and what factors, or basically what factors contributes to your selection for the job in AI/ML. So let us discuss these things in this video in detail. Okay, so the first thing, so basically I'm going to talk about four factors contributing to your selection in the job as AI/ML engineer or data scientist. So the first thing, as I always say, is skills. Now, skills, this is the most, or you can say this is the major contributor to your basically selection as AI/ML engineer or data scientist. It contributes about 50 to 60% of your chances of selection. Okay, so now skills is very important. So basically, see, the thing is that of course companies want you to work. Okay, they want profit, so they want you to work. Okay, and you can't work unless you have skills. Okay, so that is the most important thing. That's what companies ask for. Okay, you can see in all job descriptions, of course qualifications are there, that bachelor's, masters, but the one thing which is constant in all job descriptions, that is skills. Okay, and over the period of time the importance of skills is increasing. Okay, when you compare today and the last 5 years or the 5 years ago, the importance of skills has increased tremendously. Okay, as compared to other factors which we are going to discuss. So when I say skills, skills does not mean again the random things. No, you don't need to learn random things. You need to learn what market needs in AI/ML. Okay, you need to be updated about that. Okay, you need to look for that, okay, what they are actually asking for. But skills is the most, or one of the most important things in your selection as AI/ML engineer. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now next, second is, so I have told you that okay, skills 50 to 60% approximately. Okay, now second is your degree or the qualifications, you can say. So suppose if you are doing masters in AI or data science, okay, so of course that will give you an edge. And of course if you are doing it from tier 1 college, I am talking only about tier 1 college, not tier 2 or tier 3 for masters. Okay, so I get a lot of questions again, that should I do MTech or the masters in AI or data science from IITs or from tier 1 institute. So yes, that is one of the factors again which can influence your basically hiring. Okay, so but of course that is secondary to the skills. If you don't have skills and you have degree from IIT, that is not going to work. Okay, that is not going to work, I am telling you. The skills are important, but of course the masters from IIT in AI or the relevant domain will give you an edge, and that will contribute about 10 to 15% of your hiring. Okay, or of your selection. So yes, second one is your degree, that is important. Now the third one is how you apply to the jobs. Okay, how smartly you are applying to the jobs. Now this is another factor, right? This can be taken as another factor, because nowadays this is important, and it deserves its own contribution. So what do I mean by strategy for applying to the jobs? So strategy means, first thing is how much you are learning. Okay, means sometimes suppose if you don't know what companies are asking for, okay, and you just keep learning. Okay, you are just going through the theory, okay, and complex things and complex mathematical derivations in AI and everything. Okay, that's not required, suppose. So you need to know that how much is required. And for a particular job description, suppose you are targeting ML engineer, so for ML engineer what is required? for AI engineer, what skills are required, or what the companies are asking for. So that is the smart thing you need to do, and that is how you need to prepare for the interviews. Okay, so this is one strategy you have to use for applications to the jobs. So I have already made a video on this, that what these roles are about, like ML engineer, AI engineer, data scientist, data analyst. So look at these roles first, then get your target role, and then prepare accordingly. That's the smartest strategy. Okay. Second is where you are applying. Okay, now it is not the world where you have only one or two platforms to apply for the AI/ML jobs, right? Nokia.com used to be one of the best platforms, but now it is there are many, right? Basically, and LinkedIn is one of the most important. So where you are applying, okay? So it is not only about few platforms like LinkedIn or Nokia.com. There are many platforms where you can apply for the jobs. Okay, I will record a video separately for this, that where you can apply for the jobs, but you need to check, or you need to first know that what you are targeting for, and accordingly you need to apply for the jobs. Are you targeting for remote roles? Are you targeting for jobs abroad but remote roles? Are you targeting for startups, big MNCs, product based companies, service based companies? You need to make a plan for this. Okay, this is the strategy. Okay, this is what I was talking about. So, this is your second thing about the strategy. Okay, next is how you are making your resume. That is again important thing, right? Resume is the reflection of your skills, your personality. Okay, and you must have heard one term called ATS, right? Right now, many companies are just scanning the resumes through ATS. Okay, so you need to make your resume ATS compliant. ATS compliant means, for example, if I just take one example, that suppose you are applying for a particular job description, so you need to have the keywords in your resume which are relevant for that job description. Okay, you need to include your projects along with the GitHub profile and GitHub repository, plus one you can say one README file, and if required, or if possible, it is better if you attach one video of your working project or your working demo for a particular project. Okay, in your resume. So there are many things which you need to be careful about while making a resume. Okay, so I have already made a video again for this also, the resume tips, where I basically gave some tips that how we can make your resume better, okay, for AIML jobs. So these are the things which are important, right? Only skills, that is not enough. Okay, only degree, of course, that is not enough. This is again third one. This is again another important thing, strategy, how you are applying for the jobs. Next, how you are approaching the companies, right? There are many ways. For startups, you can approach the founders. For big MNCs, you can approach HRs or their career websites. Okay, so all these things you need to be smart about. Okay, these things are very important nowadays because competition is cutthroat. Okay, so this contributes about 10 to 15% again. Okay, for your hiring. Next is your visibility and network. Okay, so basically, when I say visibility, what does it mean? Uh, you have gained the skills, you have learned the things, you have even built the projects, right? But you need to show them. Okay, otherwise, how will the companies know that you know these things? Okay, see, again, I am telling you, resume, they just scan through the resumes, right? So only just putting your skills on the resume and then waiting for the time to apply for the jobs is not enough now. So you need to show what you know, okay, or what you have built. So for that, the LinkedIn is the best platform where you can basically enhance your visibility as a passionate and interested AIML aspirant or AIML engineer. Okay, and that's how you will do it. Okay, on LinkedIn you can post about your projects, the videos about your projects, that how you have built it, something like that. Okay, you can put some post, okay, frequently, where you are explaining a concept or something like that. Okay, you can write blogs, okay, technical blogs, where you are showing that the or basically where you are writing about the concepts you know in a more detailed way, that so that shows that okay, you know the core, okay, you know the basics, you know the foundation. Okay, and you can comment on the relevant post again, that will increase your visibility. and of course there are many recruiters or founders or CEOs who are looking, okay, who are looking for candidates like you. So if they see that, okay, this person is basically is better, or this person is skilled enough for my company, of course they will approach you, or and you can approach, okay. Okay, similarly you can send the connections to the relevant people. So you need to have a visibility, otherwise nobody will know about you, okay. It's a very big world, so right, and there are a lot of candidates, again the competition. So these four things, again this visibility part, again about 10 to 15%. So overall, of course skills are important, right, 50 to 60%, more than half, okay, of the chances. But other three things are also very important, okay. So only the combination of these three things will increase your chances for the hiring. Now somebody could say that, okay, I don't have degree, what to do, okay. And so if I talk about the degree, that can be taken as optional, okay. That depends on your situation, your personal circumstances, and basically your career growth, okay. And whether you are fresher or you are experienced in known AI domain, that depends, okay. So basically doing masters depends on a lot of things. If you don't have masters, then you have to basically uplift the other three factors, okay, so that the masters thing can be compensated, okay. So then you need to build some advanced projects, okay. If you don't have masters, then you need to build some advanced projects, you need to be more careful about your visibility, okay. And of course your skill should be exactly relevant for the industry, or the job description or the role you are applying for, okay. So of course skills can save you, of course, right. But other three things will decide that how early you are basically going to be hired, and in what roles and at what pay package, okay. So these are the four things I wanted to talk about, right. So whenever you ask that what is important, or are only skills important, no, there are some factors which are important for your hiring. And one more thing, still there is no single success formula for this domain, right. It depends on your hard work, how passionately you are doing things, how smartly you are doing things, like, right. But you need to keep doing the things, okay. You need to have belief in yourself, you need to be motivated throughout the journey, and then of course then you will sail through it, there is no doubt about it, okay. So if you want more AIML career based advices like this, follow and subscribe to Concepts of AI, and also join the Telegram group, which has basically 150 plus community of AIML learners. The link for the group is given in the comment section. So let us meet in the next video.